Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Mewtwo Fan Nate, and I am your coach of the New York Noibats. It is week number 5, season 2 of the P4G, and our opponent is Dan, aka Adrive of the Minnesota Vikavolts. If you guys don't know how I like to do team builders, I like to just throw up the mons that we have both drafted on the screen for you. So there you guys can see that I have Typhlosion, Licky, Crobat, Mesprit, Raikou, Hariyama, Blastoise, Tapu Bulu, Mega Scizor, Piloswine, and Hydreigon. Dan, he has drafted a very scary team of Mega Beedrill, Tapu Koko, Latias, Moltres, Diggersby, Serena until he has it. I think he has it just for this week, and then I think next week he switches over to, I think, Decidueye. But this week he has Serena, then he has Umbreon, Primarina, Beware, Bronzong, and Alolan Golem. So, very scary team. I like to, if you guys don't know, I do like to basically kind of tell you his team versus me, and then my team versus him. So it's pretty short this time. His team versus me, it's very hard to switch into. Primarina and Diggersby, those two mons pretty much are. It's GG for me. Like I have very little switch into those things. I have one switch into each of those things, and if they go down, then the entire they just run through my entire team, Primarina and the Diggersby. So pretty much what I have for you guys today is something a little interesting. I have to do some really extreme weird things in order for me to play this week. So pretty much like my team versus him, like Raikou has like a pretty good matchup with like Volturn. Pretty much I think that's how we are going to win this week, and then late game Mega Scizor is going to set up a Swords Dance and then kind of clean up from there. That is the hope, the only saving grace I think I have in this matchup. Priority hurts his team quite a bit, so I only have 2 mons this week that actually have that. I was considering running like a really spicy Blastoise set with like Choice Band and like Aqua Jet, but I couldn't really get over certain mons like such as like Beware. I couldn't get over things like Bronzong and Serena. It was hard for me to beat Latias that way. And I mean, Coco could eat 1 Aqua Jet, so it was very hard for me to try to bring that much spice. So I have to kind of resort to this. So pretty much this week I have a special Crobat with Expert Belt. So we're running Roost, so that way we can kind of heal up after taking some damage from like Mega Beedrill, because this can switch into Mega Beedrill quite a bit, because it does resist both of its stabs. We have Air Slash, because that does actually hit his Beware harder if he does decide to bring it. We have Sludge Bomb, which can OHKO the Tapu Koko, as long as he does not have like a lot of bulk. So I'm hoping that he tries to run a lot of speed in order to risk the speed tie with my Crobat, which is what I'm doing for him. And then we have U-Turn for some momentum. This set does get walled by the Bronzong pretty heavily, but we can kind of U-Turn out on him if we're expecting him to bring that in, if he does indeed bring it to the game. The next mon that I have is my Raikou, the Raikage. I'm bringing the shiny one, just trying to throw him off to maybe suggest that I have Aura Sphere, but as you guys can see, I don't have that this week. So I'm running a really weird set. Like this speed EVs, I'm doing the same thing that I did last week, except with Lynx. I'm speed creeping him, speed creeping my Typhlosion. So pretty much, we have the same EP spread as last week. I don't even think he will bring the Latias, if I'm being quite honest. Like, I have coverage for it on, like, literally everything on my team. And Bulu, just like Woodhammer, like, hits him, like, ridiculously hard anyway. So, I'm not really too worried. Like, Mesprit can carry Shadow Ball. We have like Ice Stab on the Piloswine. We have U-Turn. Then we have U-Turn on Crobat, and then we have like the possibility of having either Shadow Ball or Hidden Power Ice on the Raikou. So I don't really expect him to be bringing the Latias. So I could have sped crept this even lower potentially just to get more bulk, but I kind of wanted to play it safe-ish. I know I'm still like risking by underspeeding like a max speed Latias, but I think it's kind of worth the extra bulk. Like 116 is a lot of EVs to throw into HP. So we have Volt Switch pretty much just to Volt Switch around. We have Hidden Power Ice because that one ground type on his team is Diggersby. So we can pretty much Volt Switch on everything that's not that, and we hit it with Hidden Power Ice. So I have the Charge Beam because let's say he wants to switch in Tapu Koko for whatever reason, because, you know, he does resist the electric you know, stab that I have, so maybe if he's a little bit of a bulkier one, he can come into a Charge Beam, I get the boost, and then I go for Thunderbolt, and it should kill. That is after rocks. So that is the hope with that one. And after, like, I'm at +1 with Raikou, we can do a lot of damage. Like, with +1, it allows me to 2-hit KO a offensive Latias. So that's great with Hidden Power Ice. We are running the Assault Vest to take hits from the Tapu Koko, because even if he wants to run Hidden Power Ground, it does like 30% to me, I think, like max. I think it's like 26 to like 33, something around there. If he's running like Expert Belt, it'll probably run a little bit more. I could be wrong. Well, but we'll just see, you know, what he brings, because it's really hard to predict Dan. You know, he brings like the craziest things. So, I'm bringing a sub leftovers with coverage, Bulu, with enough speed to outspeed a Primarina that is trying to speed creep a non-invested Bulu. So I threw 12 EVs in there. So if he tries to speed creep non-invested Bulu, which would have like I think 96. Well, non-invested Bulu is 95. If he's going to be running like enough speed to invest to speed creep an uninvested Bulu, he hits 96. So I hit 97 just for that. We have the 236 in HP to keep ourselves at an odd number of HP. We have 252 in max attack, and then 4 into defense and special defense. There's actually a good chance if he does indeed bring the Umbreon, which I don't think he will bring, but if he does bring it, I can actually take a Foul Play. So I can pretty much sub up on it and not really have to worry about it, because a Foul Play does like I think 26% maximum. So there's a good chance that I can get the roll where he does not break a sub. So that is pretty awesome for me. And then I can pretty much 2-KO him with either Horn Leech or Wood Hammer. I'll probably click Wood Hammer first and then go for Horn Leech just to get my health back. We have Rock Slide just for coverage on the Beedrill and the Moltres. So that's pretty much that. I can also sub up against the Primarina pretty much. Like if I bring this in against him, I can pretty much get a free sub because I don't think he's going to want to sack that thing off. So hopefully that's what I can do. I can sub up on the Primarina, and then after leftovers and grassy terrain, I'll be looking at a nice amount of health. I don't want to do this until his Bronzong is weakened a little bit. So we'll have to see. Although I can click Horn Leech on the Bronzong and get like some good damage off on him. And he doesn't really have the best reliable recovery outside of like leftovers or something like that, and he'll probably be running like the Levitate, so hopefully that's not something he'll get, and that'll actually let me know if he has Levitate or not. So that's kind of cool. So now we have this Mesprit set, which is my one check to his Primarina. Like this is the one thing that can switch in on it, and then kind of scare it out. So we are running an Assault Vest Mesprit this week with Energy Ball, Side Shock, U-Turn, and Thunderbolt. So pretty much whatever he has in, let's say I want to bring this in on the Primarina, i.e. a Specs Modest Hydro Pump does not do 50% to me. So then I can click either Thunderbolt or Energy Ball, and I can do over 50% to him, and hopefully get a 2-KO, depending on what he has. If he has something along the lines of like Beedrill, and he thinks he's gonna be cool and like switch in his Beedrill into like an Energy Ball or something spicy like that, I can click Psyshock and it'll be safe because it does do a lot of damage to the Primarina as well. So the one thing that kind of scares this out would be the Bronzong, because I can't really hit it super hard. but I can U-turn out on it and just get some momentum. So that's something I could do with that. Now we have my Diggersby check, which is this is literally the only thing that can take a hit from Diggersby. It can take 2 returns, surprisingly, 2 Life Orb Jolly Diggersby returns. So if he's adamant, then I will poop myself a little bit. So pretty much this right here is going to set up Stealth Rocks, take a hit from Diggersby, and scare it out with some Ice Shards. And if I want to go for bigger damage, I can click Icicle Crash. I kind of wish I had room for going for the Rock Slide, but I don't think I can fit it. At least not into this set. This also, if he has the Tapu Koko in, this does a 100% minimum with Earthquake. So hopefully I can get that off. I'm praying. Right now Dan is is killing the game. He is 4-0. So I know this is going to be a very tough, scary matchup for me, so hopefully we can pull something out. Now, this is really what I think is going to win me late game. I don't think there's anything that he has other than maybe Moltres that can really stop this late game, unless he still has a, let's see, a Colder Berry or something like that on his Bronzong, and then he's running, Hidden Power Fire. Because Hidden Power Fire does 2KO me. Pretty much the deal with this is to set up a Swords Dance, go for Bullet Punch, and sweep him late game. After a Swords Dance, I can knock out the Diggersby, I can knock out the Primarina. It does a lot of damage to Tapu Koko. If he's Life Orb, he'll be whittling himself down. If he's going for Volt Switch or U-turn, he'll be coming in on rocks. Hopefully I can get those up. So he'll be chipping himself down away a little bit if he wants to be spicier with his Tapu Koko and he wants to run things such as Wild Charge or Brave Bird, trying to get more damage on some Salt Vested Mons, or go for Brave Bird and try to hit my Tapu Bulu for more damage. Then he'll be whittling himself down to the point where I can knock him out with Bullet Punch, hopefully. The one thing I'm pretty scared of this matchup. I don't have a good matchup. I think this is probably the worst matchup I've had. If he brings Beware, it'll be pretty scary for me, because that thing can eat so many hits. I'm gonna have such a hard time breaking through that. If that thing is sitting in front of me, I just have to go for the biggest damage as possible on it, and hopefully whatever he brings it in on is not one of my late game cleaners like this thing, because I think it gets Fire Punch. I might be wrong. It probably gets Earthquake that will hit me for really good damage, especially if he's Choice Banded. So hopefully this team will hopefully take me to 2 and 3 and not 1 and 4. So hopefully my record after this game is looking a little bit better. If you guys did enjoy this team builder, and if you were rooting for your New York Noibats, go ahead and hit that like button for me. I can't speak for some reason. Maybe it's the nerves. Maybe it is. I don't know. Hit that like button for me. I will see you guys tomorrow for the battle. Peace out.